Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Nitre and this is Brains and Beauty TV. Very first filming. So all this is new for me. I'm trying to make sure I look into the camera and not directly over here because obviously I'm not looking at y'all. This is gonna be a chit chat. Get ready with me, I guess. I'm gonna do my face and then just kind of talk to y'all. Not going anywhere. I just felt like doing this, so we're gonna see how far it goes. Okay. Okay. So to start off, of course, you gotta make sure you cleanse your face. I washed my face already and moisturized. I'm getting ready to spray my face with rose water. I always do that before and after I cleanse my face when I do my makeup. It just helps with make my skin feel great, and it's just great for your skin in general, and it makes your makeup look amazing as well. So I'm gonna spray with rose water and then I am gonna prime. And yes, I'm overly saturating my face because I like the moisture that it brings to it. It makes my skin feel real nice and supple. But I kind of just let it air dry before I go into priming. Okay, so I have two different primers. This is supposed to be white. You see, it's covered in makeup. Don't worry about that. I tried to get it off. It ain't coming out. It is what it is. So they technically do the exact same thing, right? This one is the blur and matte. Come on. You see it? Okay, blur and matte, right? My Ruby Kisses. And then this matte, this mattifying one from MAC, it gets rid of the shine, right? So they're supposed to do the same thing, but this Ruby Kisses one is good at blurring. The matte, not so much. So I kind of use this one. So let me go back. This one I put like in my T-zone because I'm very oily on my eyebrow area. My entire ginormous 5 head. Y'all see that? I know y'all see it. This whole thing is like an oil slick down my T-zone, my nose. That's the only part of my face that's very, very, very oily. Then like my cheeks and everything else is kind of normal. And then down here, like my chin, all this part is like a powder house. Like it's so dry. I don't know how I got 3 different things going on with my skin, but I do. So I put this one all over, and then I put the MAC one just in my T-zone area to kind of, give me enough of what I need. So I'm gonna put this Ruby Kisses one on. And I have a mirror over here. So if I'm not looking, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking in the mirror. But I kind of, like I said, I put this one pretty much everywhere that I don't put, well, I do put this in the areas where I put the MAC one, but I put the MAC one on as a reinforcement just because this Ruby Kisses one, the mattifying effect is not as good as I would like it to be. And now I'm doing the MAC one. primed, moisturizing primed. I'm going in with a couple of different base products. So this first one is a BB cream by Kiss New York. It has a matte finish, and it is supposed to be just a BB cream, but it literally has like full coverage capabilities. Like, you can layer it. I'm not gonna layer it, but I have done this, and this is like $10 at a beauty supply or hair store, or online you can buy it, but I get mine locally. And it's very much full coverage. I mean, it covers up everything, but I'm not gonna put enough on there for that, because I'm also gonna be using this Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation, and I kind of, use them together. And I will be, I don't know if I'm gonna put them both on together, or I'm gonna blend one and then put the other one on. I don't know. I'm literally about to make that decision as soon as I finish doing this. I don't even know. I think that's enough for this one. Because like I said, it's very much full coverage, this BB cream is. So I try to balance them out so that it won't be too much going on. But I like full coverage because, as you guys can see, I have quite a bit of hyperpigmentation, like circles. My skin is like smooth. Like, I don't have a texture problem, I don't think. But I do have like discoloration. So I am definitely more of a full coverage girl. I have this foundation brush from Il Makiage. I know y'all have seen those ads on like social media about that foundation that's supposed to match your skin so good. It's okay. I'll say that I didn't reorder because it just didn't do what I needed it to do. And I know that this is looking a little orangey, but because of my hyperpigmentation, it's gonna blend it out pretty good. This is one of those trust the process situations. So I pretty much blended it out. I'm gonna take my beauty blender in a second and kind of like go over it just to make sure it's blended to my liking. But I kind of just wanted to show you guys the coverage. It's pretty good. It's really good, actually. That Juvia's Place is very much full coverage as well. So you really don't need that much. But me being a makeup professional, I kind of do a little extra. But for everyday makeup wear, or just a regular person doing their makeup, that's not a professional, it don't take a lot. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to kind of like blot it and push it in to make sure it's not anything just sitting on my face that hasn't been pressed in, because that helps with the coverage and the longevity. I need better lighting. Definitely need better lighting. Hope y'all can hear me good. So now I'm gonna go in with my all over powder, which I use this because my foundation is, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong place again. They can't hardly see you. You're blurry. That's my daughter, Bella. I know y'all can't hardly see her, but she's blurry, but that's my 4-year-old.
I'm your daughter, Bella.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm going in with my all over powder. Bella, you cannot stand there. You gotta go.
Is this better?
Okay. So all over powder by MAC. This is their MSF or mineralized skin finish. It's not necessarily full coverage, but my foundation is, and I love the finish of it. It's very satin, but flawless. So I use it all over. I do have more full coverage powders. I just not using it today. So I'm taking this Sephora brush. This Pro All Over Powder brush in number 61. I've had this brush forever from when I used to work at Sephora years ago. It's great for, I mean, it gets the job done. It does what it's supposed to do. I really love this powder. I don't use a lot of stuff from MAC, but the stuff I do use is like I love. I can't be without. So, sad story. I'm completely out of this Tom Ford spray. It's a hyaluronic energizing mist, and I just it's gone, right? And I got it from the cosmetic company store that they have at like the outlets probably in your city, and it was like $25. It was on sale, and they only had one left, and I had never used it before. So I was like, let me just see what it is. It can't be bad. It's time for it, So I don't use it as a finishing spray, but for some reason it makes my makeup look, I don't know, the finish it gives is amazing. But I haven't seen it at the cosmetic company store ever since I bought this one. And on Tom Ford's website, it used to be $50. Well, now it's $75, and no, no, I'm not doing that. So I am literally on the remnants of it, and it's gonna be gone probably one more use out of it if I don't overdo it today. But I just love the way it smells. I love the way it feels. I love how it makes my makeup look. I guess it's worth it if you like to spend lots of money on makeup products. $75 for a facial mist is just a lot, in my opinion. But you do what your pocket, your coin allows you to do. So next I'm using another MAC staple, which is the Studio Finish Concealer in NC40. I use it to highlight my face. I I know I'm not looking directly at y'all, but I'm just looking in this little, in this, you know, the main screen. This is what happens when you are filming on your phone instead of having a camera with a viewfinder. But baby steps. I'm just taking.
This is my pal name is SpongeBob. He's my favorite pal, and I go to Nickelodeon. Why is hard with my pal SpongeBob and Patrick? Goodbye.
Y'all, I am not gonna get through recording this without my daughter popping in, so you know, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I feel like it's decently blended. I'm using natural light, which is why it's continuously shifting. I'm doing it again. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm a huge fan of natural lighting because, I don't know, it just shows you what your makeup really looks like, so that you can make sure that you're blending and putting it where it should be. I rarely do my face, I never do my face in the bathroom. I hate bathroom light. But I do have a ring light that I use for clients or when I want to film something. And then I have a couple of different lighting things. So obviously if I'm doing my makeup at night, I have to use one of those. But to me, sometimes those lights are unforgiving and it can look like one way, and then when you take a picture or you look from another place, it's like, well, that don't look like I thought it looked. So for me, I always get the best possible placement and color payoff and everything that I want when I do my makeup in natural light. That's just been my experience. So on a normal day, I would be setting this with, and I'm still gonna put it over my translucent powder, but I will be setting this with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder, and it's literally this Sephora Micro Smooth powder is if you can't get the MAC MSF, basically. If they don't have the MAC MSF mineralized skin finish in the color you want, this Micro Smooth powder from Sephora is pretty much the exact same thing. I tend to love the MSF one better, but this is literally a close second. So if you can't get that one, you can get this one. So I normally set it with this one, but because of video purposes today, I'm gonna go ahead and be extra and do my Law Mercier translucent, and then I'll put the Sephora one on top of it. So for me, when I do my under eye powder, I let it bake a little bit. I know some people don't do that anymore, but I'm pretty much old school when it comes to things that I know work for me. Also, when I put my powder on under my eyes, I always look up and continue to look up until I get it where I want it to be. And that prevents it from creasing, and the powder will fill the lines under the eyes so that it won't be looking cakey and all broken up. So the entire time that I am placing the powder down, I'm looking up. I never look down. You can fixate on something on the ceiling or just look up, but you don't look down. And even after you place it, you continue to look up. just to make sure that it gets where you want it to be. I've been doing this for over 10 years, or close to 10 years probably, and it really works. I learned it from Nicole Guerrero here on YouTube. She's an OG. Shout out to her. She did this in one of her makeup tutorials when she used to do those, and I was like, I'm gonna try that, and I never stopped doing it, and it does exactly what she said it did. So I've been doing it ever since. So I put this, you know, where I put my concealer at, but I also, for me personally, I put it over my eyebrows because they get pretty oily as well. And I'll just bring the remnants down onto my lid. But putting it where I put the concealer is really what my goal is. And this Laura Mercier is just good in general for preventing the oil from doing too much. So, yeah. While I'm letting that sit for a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I just use a powder contour. Sometimes I'll be extra and use a concealer or a cream contour. I really don't do that often. But this is another one of those OG products, the Ebony Bronze from the now defunct Queen Latifah collaboration with CoverGirl. It's literally the best thing for brown girls. And I've been using it for years, and this is like my last one because I kind of stocked up on it when it went out, when the collaboration went away. And this is my last one. I'm literally on remnants in the tin. I'm so I have to find something else to replace it. And I also use it for my nose. Bella, please. What? Thank you. Get out the camera.
Okay.
Thank you. So I'm contouring my nose, and I don't really do a lot when it comes to that. I just don't. I mean, I do contour it, but not too much. So at this point, I'm not gonna go over where I put the Skin Finish concealer from MAC with this powder, where I put the Laura Mercier as well, just so that it won't be too bright, and so it won't have any like flashback in photos. And I know that the Laura Mercier typically doesn't, but just for my own satisfaction, I go in with this. And I just like the color payoff of it, honestly. So anyway, I'm also gonna do the reverse contour with it, just for a little bit more definition under that powder contour that I did. I will be blending this out. But another reason why I don't really do the concealer is because sometimes that color is like really stark, and when you put the powder over it, it doesn't move. And some people like that drastic line of demarcation, but I personally don't. I like it to look blended, but I want you to actually obviously see the color transition, but just not with the line. But that's just my personal preference. So for blush, I'm using 2 eyeshadows from MAC, Rule and Red Brick, because these reddy orangey colors really kind of warm up brown skin. So I'm using them together. And this Rule from MAC is very much, and I know people would say that it should be the other way around, but I used to always use that blush from NYX NYX that was called Cinnamon, and it's very much orange. And they're literally the same. So I know that people would say that the cinnamon one is supposed to be the similar one to Rule, but I used the cinnamon one from NYX. Like, it was like my holy grail one, because I loved how it warmed up my skin. But this eyeshadow from MAC does the same thing, and I kind of put them in my crease as well to warm it up, but I love the way it warms up my cheeks. Y'all probably can barely see it, and I'm sorry about that. I really need to work on my setup. Yeah, I'm not really a eyeshadow girl anymore. When I first started doing makeup back in 2010, I used to be an eyeshadow girl, but I'm not really now. I care more about the overall look, you know, my base, opposed to the intricate eyeshadow looks, but I used to do those all the time. So I realized I said at the beginning of this video that this was supposed to be a chit chat. I ain't did no chitting or no chat besides me telling y'all what I'm using on my face. I'm highlighting now with this Smashbox Halo highlighter. It's broken up in a hot mess, so I can't even show it to y'all. But I like the color. I like how the glow is. It's really pretty. And I'm gonna go over this area with my blush brush again, just to kind of make sure there's no line of demarcation. Trying to make it so y'all can see. Ciao. So I'm gonna go in with my overall powder brush to kind of just blend everything together. I really just like everything to blend really good and look as natural as possible, with it still being kind of dramatic, if that makes any sense. So I'm just blending everything together. So for my brows, I'm just gonna kind of brush through them a little bit to get some of the product out. I know y'all may be like, why hasn't she done her brows yet? I don't like doing my brows before, just because I like the finish that I get when I do it after I've done my face, and I don't like having to try to avoid my brows when I'm blending and doing all this other stuff. When you put your brows on first, you have to, be careful around the brows as to not blend them away or have to, retouch them. I personally don't do the concealer above the brow. I only do it at the bottom, so that makes it easier for me to not have to do my brows first. I always do them last. I just like the way it looks better. So for the brows, I use this NYX or NYX Lift and Snatch brow tint pen in espresso. Sometimes I use a pencil, but I've been using this for a couple years now, and I just love the way that it looks. Anybody else have to hold their mouth slightly open when they do their brow? I don't know why that is. It's a thing. And then I just take it and lightly fill it in. So, if you can see, I lightly filled it in. And then I do this thing, I wouldn't recommend it if you wanna, if you're doing it on clients, you may not wanna do this, but you could always use the appropriate brush. But I've been doing this for so long that this gives me the look that I want, so I'm not using an extra tool just to do it. But I take the end of the brow pen and I literally just blend it out. And you see it kind of just blends the harshness away. Sometimes you can go back in and refill it if it blended away too much. But the good thing about this pen is that you would think that it's similar to a liquid liner, but not really. It's not as concentrated as a liquid liner, so it's easier to manipulate and move around. But if you can see that, and I pretty much did the second one off camera just for time purposes, but my brows are most definitely sisters and not twins. But you just tweak it until it's to your liking. So now I'm gonna take that Studio Finish concealer and highlight under my brow, and I'm using my trusty double end brush from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. Each one of those palettes came with a dual ended brush, and the thinner end is synthetic, and it gives me the control and the payoff that I love. So I've been having this brush ever since this palette came out, the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And I don't even think I have the palette anymore. And I just, you know, put the concealer where I want it. And then blend it with my finger, my ring finger. And that's it for the most part. Like I said, I don't put concealer on the top. So I just blend this to my liking and move on to the next one. So next I'm taking this blush from MAC in Film Noir. And I'm just gonna define my crease a little bit just to give it a little depth. Not too much. Because this lighting is ridiculous, you can't really see. I promise I'm gonna work on this. Before I move on to the next thing, I wanted to tell y'all about this book. It's called The Accidental Queen by L.R. Jackson. And I got this book from Target. It was on sale, but the regular price is $16.95. I think I paid like $13 for it. It had a coupon or something. But this book, I haven't, I think I've read about 4 or 5 chapters. This book is so good, y'all. Like, they're giving you the perspective from the 2 main characters in the book. And I could read y'all a little bit. But the characters are Defari and Ebony. And Defari is, so far, he's now the new king of his country, which happens to be a fictional place like Wakanda, but it's called Mafachiko, and it's in Africa. And then Ebony, hold on. Yeah, Ebony is in New York, and they haven't crossed paths yet, as far as I've gotten. But just the build up of these 2 characters, like Defari, and I don't know why this is, and maybe that's just because I am currently obsessed with the show The Chi. But just and I hope that I'm not wrong about this as I read further on. If I am, I will definitely come back and say something. But when I'm reading how this man is, the image that pops up in my head is Duda from The Chi. You know, Otis Perry. He not what he does necessarily, just the way they describe him and the way that he speaks. He gives that, you know, I am, like, don't play with me, and he's the king now. And you know, anybody who's watching The Chi knows how Duda or Otis Perry is, like how he carries himself. Like he's that guy, and that's what Tafari gives me so far. I could be wrong. They may be nothing alike, but that's just the image that pops into my head when I'm reading Tafari. And Ebony has been going through it. So I haven't really pegged somebody that I can give y'all as to who I think she may be similar to. But when I get to that point and I record another video, I will. But again, it's called The Accidental Queen. And my wife actually knows the author. She's from her hometown, and she's the one that told me about the book when we went to Target. So I was like, well, absolutely. I mean, I love a good read. But this book is good so far, you guys. The Accidental Queen by L.R. Jackson. So y'all might want to check that out, read some of the reviews online, and you may want to actually pick it up. Okay, back to the makeup. Now, I pretty much done everything but sprayed my face again. Maybe I should do that. Hold on. So I'm gonna spray my face again with this rose water, just so it can, if there's any like powderiness in the look, it'll take that away. And yes, I oversaturate again, just because I don't like my makeup to look cakey or powdery. I like it to look more like skin. I may end up spraying it again because the setting spray or the finishing spray is a matte spray, and sometimes it gives that you know, matte. If the spray is really matte, it can dry, make it look dry. I want my face to be matte, but I want it to look like, I don't want it to look like my face is dehydrated, if that makes any sense. So, I'm probably gonna spray again. But now I'm gonna put my molds on, and I have several molds on my face already. But I do 4 different ones. 2 of them are actually already on my face, and I just darken them. And then there's 2 ones that I placed that are not actually there. That one is real. This huge one is real. This one is not. And this one is not.
Hey, Bobby, come and say gonna do this.
Okay, one moment, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I got this mold on, this one, and this one. True story about these molds. This one right here, I've been wearing since I was 13 years old. And I wasn't even wearing makeup at that time, y'all. My mama would only allow me to wear, she barely allowed me to wear mascara. But it was mascara and like a lip gloss or something like that. But my mother used to always have a mold on this side of her face. So when she let me, I put mine on the opposite side. Now, mind you, she don't even wear hers no more. Like I said, I was 13 years old when I started doing this, and I'm 40 now. She don't even wear hers no more, but it's stuck. Like ever since I was 13, I've been putting that mold there. So it's like my face feels incomplete if I don't put my molds on. As it relates to these, I started doing those when I got a little older, I think. just because they're already there, and I think they look better when they're filled in. This one is very much probably a year old. I think I started doing this one a year ago. I don't know why, but I like the way it looks. So, but this one right here is just so funny. I got it from my mom, and she doesn't even do it anymore. But I can't do my face. I mean, I can't complete my face without these molds. Like, I just can't. It's so funny. So the next thing is lashes. These are pretty dramatic, but I love a good dramatic lash. I'll let you see them in the morning. I mean, in a minute, I'm trying to prep them. So as long as I've been doing this, putting on lashes, it's still a struggle for me, okay? Am I the only one? Maybe. I don't know. See?
Is it my turn?
I'll be back. One down and one to go, y'all. Be back. Okay, y'all, so I finally got these doggone lashes on. Are they on good?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Mom, you
I don't know.
so cute.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I want to use makeup.
One day.
Okay.
Okay, next, which I should have done this before I put my lashes on. Mascara. It makes a difference before you put your lashes on because it kind of helps you, like, it kind of helps you sit the lash on top of them, and it kind of gives them a boost up, especially if you let the mascara dry. And I'm using the telescopic lift from L'Oreal. It's really good, y'all. It's like lengthening and volume. And it makes, like, because I barely have any lashes at all, and they really stand out with this mascara. I think this is the controversial mascara from months ago. I don't remember. I think it is, but I'm not saying it makes me look like I have on falsies, because that's a lie. But it makes my barely there lashes stand out really well. I really love it. But I definitely should have put it on my top lash line before I put these doggone lashes on. So, okay. So, I normally do pretty dramatic lips sometimes. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today, but we're gonna see. I am gonna use a dark brown lip liner. I mean, is this a lip liner? It's an eyeliner, but I use it on my brows and on my lips. This lip liner is by LA Girl. It's really good and creamy. I have a wine colored one from the same brand that's amazing. I think that one in my purse though, which is why I'm using this one, because it's right here. But like I said, I like dramatic. This I don't remember where I got this from, but the brand is, this lip gloss is Pretty Lips Jewels collection. I don't remember where I got it from, honestly. And it's like a pink, but it's really sheer. So we're gonna see how dramatic it looks. Yep, not dramatic at all, so that's fine. It's really sheer, as you can see. Ain't nothing wrong with sheer. That lip is pretty dark considering, but it's October, so it's cool. Dramatic. I said I wouldn't, but okay. Pretty dark. This is that red Sephora lip stain. Y'all know this one. If y'all don't, it's number 1. I think it's called Forever Red, but it's the number 1. It's a classic, tried and true. It gets the job done. I love it. Been using it for years. Y'all like my little bunny ears? I know they look a little crazy. I think they kind of cute though. Oh, this matte Fix Plus. Baby, if you don't shake this stuff up, you're gonna regret it. There's gonna be white little splotches all over your face. First time I used this, I almost had a fit trying to fix it. So it makes it very much matte, which is good, but I don't want it to look dehydrated, so I'm gonna go back in with my rose water. Yes, y'all, I do too much. I know. But I love the way it looks when it dries down. So I decided to come outside so y'all can get a better look at the beat. I think it came out pretty good, y'all. What y'all think? I love it. I don't know about them lashes, y'all. If they on there right, good. If they ain't, I'm sorry. But I think the beat is pretty good.
Hello, my name is Marabella Parasite Palette, and I really see my SpongeBob Me and SpongeBob are going to the Nickelodeon. That's why I want my pals, my mama pad to like. Will you come? Yes. All right, come on, girls. Bye-bye.
I see how animated my baby is. She very much animated. So this did not end up being the Chit Chat that I wanted it to be, y'all. But I'm glad I got to share that book with y'all because it's a really good read so far if you like books. I promise I'll have more. I mean, I already know the topic that I wanted to talk about, and I just forgot. Or I didn't forget, but I I don't know, y'all. Charge it to my head and not my heart, okay? But I look forward to filming more and talking to y'all. It's not just gonna be makeup. I'm gonna be doing all kind of stuff, you know, lifestyle, a little munchkin here, and you know, just talking to y'all because I'd like to be a person that people feel like they can talk to a certain extent, and I like to, you know, share my thoughts on things. Like, I'm not really a controversial type of person. I do have, you know, my opinion on things. If I'm asked about it, I'm going to give my honest opinion about it, but I feel like we should be, you know, trying to uplift each other. You know, the world we live in is already super crazy enough, and I think we should be trying to lift each other up and encourage each other and be there for each other, opposed to competing with each other, because what is the point of that? But anybody who tuned into this video, thank you so very much. I know I have a lot to work on. I'm going to work on that, but I'm kind of a perfectionist, which is why it's taking me so long. That's a whole other story. Maybe that's what we'll talk about the next time I do this. Why it took me so long to do this and how many years I've been wanting to do it again. Stop, baby. But if you watch this video, kudos to you. Thank you. Please feel free to leave a comment, tips, tricks, whatever, you know, say what you gotta say. I'm open to it all, and I look forward to doing this again. And if you have any questions about any products that I used, or just any questions in general, leave them below, and I will definitely get back to you guys, okay? Yeah, love you much.